There we are. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David, Robbie, and her ladyship? Um, Bassman's not here yet. I'm sure he will be in due course. Otherwise, I'd have probably received an email from him. That's normally what he does. Give me a moment. Boom. There's the link. No, it's not. Now, boom. Okay, now this morning, having selected a red yesterday, I changed my mind last night. So I'll show you what my new choice of color is. Idly ho.
Hello.
Now, we all know the drill, however. Boom shakalaka.
Coffee time.
Oh, yeah.
Done ya. Second mug of tea in an hour.
Oh, look, mate. I do nothing without 2 coffees. I mean, nothing.
Mind you, the first one almost turned into a coffee tea, but because I put the coffee in first.
Once upon a time, I was more of a tea drinker. When I lived at the Martial Arts Academy, of course, tea was the drink of choice. So Anyway, the color I have now gone to. Here we go. Now you can. I've done it so you can do a bit of a compare and contrast. That's the one I'm going to be using. That's the one I did have. So I want deeper again. Now, I haven't varnished that yet either. So that's why it's looking a bit flat. Yesterday I was at when I went swimming. This is cool. I have a tale to tell, I do. And it's this. I parked my car. I got out, as one does. After all, what does one do when one parks one's car? One gets out. And saw this kick-ass, well-restored, think it was I couldn't identify the head, but basically, well, the insignia from the dash, I think maybe a Bentley. Anyway, bottom line, it looked very similar to a 540k, but he had it with black and a really, really deep blue.
Right.
And but yeah, it had, like I said, almost identical lines to the 540k, and I just looked at it and drooled.
As one does.
Yeah, pretty much. Right.
Had a parcel come today. I ran out of gloss paint.
Bassman.
Varnish and
You got another one arrived today, you reckon?
yes. So
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Actually, very good. I have some exciting news. I forgot to. First, David, you tell us about your parcel. Then I'll tell you my news.
All right.
Magic gets a gloss paint, varnish and everything I needed. So I managed to do some varnishing today. So I thought it wouldn't arrive till tomorrow. So
yeah, my news is, you know how I went out and did some meet and greet with some councils and stuff.
Yeah.
They've chased me. One of them's chased me up,
Oh, wow.
and I now have a meeting with them on
Cool.
Thursday to discuss getting one of my programs out.
Really?
Yep. There are a number of ways it can happen, but they basically seem very supportive of the idea and are keen to help.
Well, see, there is a silver lining into what your car costs you to get fixed.
Well, it's just, I mean, I had gone out and done my thing, and it's because I want to go out and do the meet and greet again today. It sort of gives me a bit of encouragement. Oh, I changed my reds, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I'm going to see that really brown looking one.
Yeah.
That's the color.
Yeah. I actually like that better, to be honest with you, Rob. That looks.
It's a deeper red.
Yeah.
When it's varnished, it'll come up nice.
Yep.
And it's what that one is 1 part dark red, 1 part normal red.
Yeah.
So it just lightens it up
Look.
just.
It's going to look good.
Now yesterday we forgot to do a letter. We did.
Right.
I was so happy doing my bass playing that I forgot to do the letter. So we'll get onto that after I've done these wheels, I reckon.
Okay, stop.
Now what was I going to make mention of? Something. That was it. Here's a question, guys. What style of music you like listening to?
I pretty much like country. I'll listen about anything, but I prefer country.
Okay, what about you, David?
Yeah, country classics.
Yeah, some classics as well.
50s, 60s, 70s pop music. I'm not really into the rap stuff.
No.
I used to be into it all for it at one point, and that was back when in its early days, when it was about basically bringing up social issues and trying to basically cause or outline the issues that were going down when it had meaning. These days it's just about bitches and bling.
Bitches and bling. Is that what you said?
Yeah. It's nonsense. Look how good I am. I've got bitches and bling. Well, fuck, mate. So do most rock stars. Get over it. Fuck. But yeah, Public Enemy, they have something, you know? Public Enemy #1. Yeah. But
Bitches and bling. That's pretty good.
that's what well, that's the whole thing. That's about pretty much all of what it's about. I mean, I guess it sells, so I can't really argue the point too heavily there, and they've sold more records than I ever will.
Hey, never say never.
Well, there is that to it now. But yeah, at the end of the day, where I was going with it was I was going to see about identifying a song with a identifiable bass line that I could next time I trotted the bass out on stream, I could potentially learn and play for you.
Okay.
I'm just trying to work out what would be a suitable song for the occasion, you see. It's a bit tricky with bass on its own. Now, anyway, things to make you go,
Did a break out and do some Motley Crue or some Def Leppard?
I actually, what I can do, I used to be able to do you know Sanitarium by Metallica?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to be able to do it. Probably still can do it now. I used to do it with a plectrum, though. As to how smoothly I would do it with my fingers is another matter. But that would just be practice. But that's got a very nice chord progression on it. Because fundamentally you hold what's called a rock chord structure. And you just move that up. Apart from the two final chords, which are in the G formation, which I won't bother, but you get the idea. But if you string them together, it sounds great. And as I used to enjoy playing it. The lyrics are pretty dark, as they would be being about a guy from a sanitarium.
True that.
Although here's a question: in the US and indeed the UK, do you guys get sanitarium products? By which I mean Wheat Bix and cornflakes and stuff like that.
Cereals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Then you'll be able to appreciate this line of humour involving Sanitarium, the song. Now, I take it you're both familiar with it? Oh, hey, Chris, how you doing?
Oh, Chris.
Oh, Chris. Another Chris. Chris is everywhere.
Yeah, another Chris. Yeah, it's a good kit, mate. I'd get it. Simple equation.
All right, Rob.
Yeah. Anyway, Sanitarium. The chorus, and you have to excuse me because I'm about to drop into a James Hetfield for you, is "Leave me be, Sanitarium." Now, me and a mate were once figuring, well, you can actually turn that very easily into a song about breakfast cereals. Eat Wheat Bix from Sanitarium.
Damn.
Very silly at times.
Yeah, we
There we go. There's the colour, chaps. Looky at that. Nice and deep. Not sure how well that comes up on the. They look different on the in my eyes than they do on my camera. If you follow me.
Yep.
But yeah.
So what time you got to go while I do that thing today?
I've got a bit of time. That's why I started early, to make sure I could create a bit of time. My appointment's not till next week.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
stay on till
okay.
next week.
It's all good, and that'll be 1 o'clock. That'll be 1 in the afternoon. So that's yeah, but because I'm going to go out today and do the meet and greet at a few places, makes me feel a bit more enthused about that, as you can imagine. Because if it's worked at one place, well, why wouldn't it work at others?
This is true.
Yeah, I'm much happier with this as a colour overall.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're using that brake fluid to strip that 57 Chevy Nomad. Worked out really nice. I painted the doors and the fenders today.
Oh, yeah, nice one. Whoop.
Yeah, they turned out nice.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Actually, I should do that. If I'm going to do, oh, yeah, I should do it properly. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't normally don't take, but about on mine it took probably 2.5 to 3 hours.
Yeah, right.
That little plastic tub just big enough for the car to sit in, and you fill up the tub with brake fluid until the whole car is submerged in it. Now, after about an hour and a half, you need to take the car out and take a thick paintbrush or a soft bristle brush and brush over it to break the paint up.
So it's a process.
About 3 hours time, it took all the paint off.
Yeah, right.
If I'd known that little trick prior, I could have saved some kits in the past.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting.
Yeah, I
I'm
could
gonna
have saved
do that. Yeah. Useful information, that. Now, after this, there's a little bit of the. There's 2 rims you got to use on this for the wheels, and there's a little bit of this color that needs to go on them. Dearie me, can you hear the truck with the air brakes? Cool, blimey.
Someone's stomach rumbling.
Yeah, no, it wasn't my stomach, mate.
May have been mine. Had dinner yet?
It's the only thing there's only 2 things I'm not happy about with living here. Or not happy is wrong, probably overstating it. The only downsides to living here. One is the land agent, because they're a twat. And the other is the road noise from the main road that's like 30 yards away does sometimes get a bit wow.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
But the other side of the equation is well, if I want to go somewhere, I'm pretty much right on the main road. And one that actually gives pretty much direct access to large parts of everywhere. So, you know, pros and cons.
Well,
These are the pros and cons of hitchhiking. Actually, I don't fucking hitchhike. I used to when I was a very young man. Or at least I wasn't averse to it. I remember once I'd walked quite a long distance, and I was quite horrified that I couldn't get a lift. And when I got to where I was going, I was having a bitch to my friends, and they said, "Now, has it occurred to you that perhaps people are wary of giving a guy your size a lift in case you prove to be a psycho?" I'm there, but I'm not. And as they quite validly said, "And how do they know that?" Like, oh. All right. Now, before I do those wheels, I'm actually going to do the side panels, I reckon. Now,
I would truly be scared to pick up a hitchhiker this day and time.
there's a yeah. Well, hey, look. All I'm saying, mate, and you may actually,
Fireball.
you may not be aware of this reputation. We'll see. All I'm saying on the topic of picking up hitchhikers, I live in Australia, mate. I think we have an international reputation for this shit. But yeah, no, certainly in the outback, there's yeah, I'd be wary about who I picked up. I'd be wary about who I scored a lift with too. It cuts both ways. There's yeah, been some interesting behaviour of mine with people in shallow graves.
Where did I put that?
But yeah, the now here we go. Next,
Well, back in the day when I was practicing taxidermy,
yep.
I knew how to dismember. We'll say animals.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's a process, and what's the line?
I had chemicals that would dissolve everything.
Yeah. I have no doubt. And you need them.
I told Bassman, don't piss me off. I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
Here's a yucky, but dear oh dear fact for you. Now, years ago over here, now this pertains to a very, in Australia, famous robbery called the Great Bookie Robbery. This goes back to the 70s, late 70s, maybe early 80s. These guys basically rolled a race course on race day, cleaned the bookies out, and made off with a few million in cash. Australia's biggest robbery. And now, of course, the problem when you do that sort of a robbery is that other criminals come looking. And they did. Now, this triggered a bit of a war, as you do. And one of the casualties' body was never found. And the story runs that one of the opposing faction had access to a dim sim making machine.
To a what?
Dim sim. It's where you grind meat up.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Think fried dumplings full of meat.
Have you seen Kingsman? I think the second one. They use that.
I haven't seen the first. I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, we've seen them, but I don't remember that part. But yeah, the Kingsman's really good.
But yeah, it's you got to say, interesting way to dispense with a piece of physical evidence, shall we say? There was another guy. His body's never been found either. And the story runs that there was a pet food manufacturer who, yeah, well, you know. And this again, eesh. It's a wee bit savage. Here we go, kids.
Sheesh kebab.
Yeah, this is coming up nicely now on the panels. I forgot to look up the word. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it.
I know. I'll tell you what. You kind of feel like it is as well.
Oh, mate.
Oh,
well, you know what the doomsday clock is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at 85 seconds to midnight at the moment. And one of the factors that is driving that is the rise of AI. Which I got to say, look, I can see a lot of benefits to AI, but a lot of what I also seeing scares the hell out of me.
Yep.
But the genie is well out of the bottle. And as we all know, the military have shit 25 years in advance of what we're aware of. So fuck knows what they've got and what they're using.
Yep. Yeah, they got all kinds of shit, man.
Yeah. If they only had access to the stuff that everyday people had, you'd kind of make it easy for them to be defeated on an intelligence basis, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Although, I've got to say, one of the best moves you can do as a military organization, and this is where I got to say, in my opinion, the Brits are the best. Espionage.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly during the Second World War, the Brits had the shit. They knew what they were doing.
OSE.
On one occasion, get this one. This is cool. And this is in North Africa. And they basically needed to move an army as far as, well, basically, if they could without being seen at all, but quite a distance. And they employed the skills
Oh, we lost him.
skills of a.
What did you say?
Yeah, they got a guy who was a magician to help them, and basically he got he employed the same way that magicians do the look over here routine, but on a much, much bigger scale.
Look over here, routine.
And apparently they moved quite a few troops through without the Gems even being aware.
Yes,
And
but
you got to say, now, that's cool. But I think the old, I think you know about the dead body maneuver, Operation Mincemeat.
Well, I'm not aware of that.
But prior to D-Day, they got a dead body, did it up to look like an officer, put fake invasion plans on him, and left it where it would be found.
Damn.
And apparently, don't know if it worked 100%, but it certainly had some beneficial outcomes, shall we say.
Mm.
So you got to say that's pretty clever.
yeah, the body was a Welshman, Glendore.
Ah, there we go. A bit more knowledge on the story right there. I think it's a master stroke in my opinion. You can. That's fantastic work. That's hard to top.
Yeah.
Probably the most useful thing the guy ever did, I would suggest too, because I believe he was not really doing himself any favors, shall we say?
No, he poisoned himself with rat poison, which makes him look like he had water on his lungs, so they thought he'd drowned.
Yep. Now, here we go, chaps. That's the colour on the panels.
Yeah, I like it better. Yep.
Right.
So yeah, all right. This is now starting to happen. I'll give that another coat probably later. Maybe. We'll see. It was settling on pretty nicely, but a second coat never hurts.
This is true.
Here's a bit of do they hurt humor for you. You might recall, because you've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, haven't you, Bassman?
I have not watched it all the way through. I've seen segments here and there of it.
Okay. The have you seen the witch burning scene?
I have.
Right.
They take and put a nose on her and other things.
Yeah,
that's
part. The one. That's the one. Now,
she's a witch. Look at her nose.
Oh they dressed me up like this. Well, we did do the nose, and the hat.
Yeah.
But she is a witch. Burn her anyway. But yeah, anyway, the point is, getting back to it won't hurt me, or it won't hurt. Here we go. The line is, because at one stage when these sort of like saying, when Sir Bedivere says, there are ways of telling whether she is a witch. Yeah. After a few of them go, there are? Tell us. One person bellows out, do they hurt?
Oh man, that was good. That was funny.
So the justice is in irrelevancy. Do they hurt? That matters more.
Yep.
I'll get some tape.
Like that song, Boy George. I'm sure y'all have heard of him sing.
Oh yeah,
They really want to hurt me.
yeah. Well, did you know that he's actually behind? There's a record label. I don't know if they still do much. They used to put out a lot of dance music. Now, what was it? Now, it wasn't the Art of Noise. That was a band, but it was either way. He was behind the label. Produced a lot of dance music. It was considered quite progressive and new sort of stuff. So whilst he's a pretentious twat, he's actually got he does help a lot of artists, or has helped a lot of artists get started and stuff. So there is a plus side to the guy, I guess.
Boy George, really?
Yeah,
How about that?
he doesn't come over that as that sort of a person, but yeah, he is. He actually helps a lot of yeah.
Well, that's good.
Now, next, I'm going to use.
Well, I got my decal on my Gran Torino, Starsky and Hutch's car.
Nice. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, it turned
Very
out
nice.
good.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I had to order me some Mark Setter,
Yeah.
some Mark softener.
Yeah.
That's the only way I was able to make these decals work, because they started trying to crack up on me, but they didn't.
You got to be unhappy when that happens, man.
I got one little teeny tiny spot right there.
And you can hardly tell, man. You've done good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was they're thin. That's the biggest problem. They're so thin.
Yeah. Now,
Question:
yeah.
how can I get varnish to look smooth? I've been spraying it, and it comes up pitty and everything. And I was wondering if there's something I could put on there to smooth it out to make it better.
What kind of varnish are you using, and what are you putting it on?
It's probably later gloss varnish, so I'm spraying it on. I couldn't spray it down.
Are you doing like several coats, thin coats, or are you close to the item, or are you far back? It really depends on how you're spraying it.
Yeah, it's just about 4 inches, something like that. Like about here in some places. Sometimes I get a bit too close, but usually about here, sort of thing.
Can you show us a close up of it? What it looks like?
Well, this one is this is a little bit better, but it's so you got like pitty on it. So
Yeah.
So I was wondering if I can rub it down or something.
You can wet sand it. Once it cures real hard, you can get some, what is it, 1,500, 33,000 grit wet sandpaper and wet sand it, and then buff it out, wax it and buff it out.
All right, try that. I got
Whenever I spray mine, like on this one, see the gloss coat on it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, what I do is my can is normally about this far, probably about a foot when I spray. Yeah, I'm about 12 to 14 inches away when I spray mine. And I do like 2 or 3 light coats, and then like my 4th or 5th final coat, I put it on heavy. And a lot of times, I very seldom have any blemishes or pitting. And then after it cures really well, I use car wax and wax them.
Ah.
Right. Right, thank
I
you.
might give that one a burl. I tell you, by golly, by gosh.
Yeah, I keep a big thing of turtle wax. What's that?
That's a cool idea.
And you can get buffers for your Dremel tool to use it to, buff them out with if you don't want to use a rag in your hand. I just use it the old fashioned way, like you do your vehicles,
All right. Yeah.
But I use turtle wax, turtle compound wax. And it helps with dust too, man. I mean, because
Yeah.
All right. Just thinking, I got. Of course, I got to make the back, didn't I?
The
I have to maybe look for that tomorrow.
when you were saying how you spray from about 12 to 14 inches away, I had a sudden thought of, as one bishop said to the other. Although at that range, you got to say the man should be in porn.
damn right. I got a clean little Johnny joke for you.
Here we go.
So, little Johnny's parents got a divorce, and they'd been divorced for several months. And one day, Johnny was going to his room, and he walked by his mama's bedroom, and her door was cracked. And he saw his mama laying on the bed, rubbing her chest, saying, "I need a man. I need a man." So Johnny just brushed it off, went to his room. A couple days later, come home from school, he's going to his room again, and passed by his mama's bedroom, and the door was cracked a little bit, and he saw her laying on the bed again, rubbing her chest. "I need a man. I need a man. I need a man." He said, "What is wrong with her?" Well, about a week went by. He goes by her room again, and it's cracked a little bit, and he sees a man in there. Give it to his mom. He goes, little Johnny goes, He goes to his bedroom, shuts his door, he lays on his bed. He starts rubbing his chest. "I need a bicycle. I need a bicycle."
Yeah, nice one.
That's pretty good, huh?
Tidy work.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries, man. There's a bit to these wheels on the Merc. As far as detailing the wheels on the Merc, there's a bit to them.
Yeah.
But that's all good in the hood. After all, that's part of the process.
Right in front of me.
All right. Getting places with this now.
Ho, ho, he.
Now, definitely getting places. I reckon I'm going to do the back of these as well. Actually, no. But I will do the edges. When Bassman gets back, we'll do today's word from the letter I.
Aye.
Weather's very nice to here today.
Hmm?
So the weather's very nice here today.
Yeah. We've had a couple of days of sunny weather. It's now down to 3C at the moment.
Oh, dearie me.
It's going down to about 2, probably 1 degree by the morning.
It's a tad chilly.
And you back up then to about 7, 8 today, tomorrow. And weekend, though, it's the heat wave, you're going double figures.
Oh, dearie me, governor. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Oh, hello, Jeff.
Now. Here we go, around here. There we go.
And breathe.
Yeah. Now, give us a moment, and I'm going to give us the word from the letter I.
Oh, okay.
But let me just finish this inner part of the wheel. I might just do this one while I'm here. Or at least with this brush anyway. So I'm almost due for some refreshing of the paint.
I'm watching Family Guy right now.
Oh, yeah.
Peter and Chris are in the floor throwing up, and Stewie and Brian just walked in there, and they've been poisoned.
Yeah, Peter's a special kind of stupid, didn't he?
Yeah, he's very special.
I reckon I know the episode you're watching.
Now, Stewie and Brian and Chris are sucking up the throw up, spitting it back out, sucking it up. Now they're going outside to throw up again.
Or maybe I don't. Ha! Quite a lot of episodes, let's face it. All right. That'll do for the time being. Before, just quickly clean the brush.
David, did you say your finish was pitted or just dull?
Just sort of pitted, really. So it could be the way I'm spraying it. So.
Oh, it's pitted. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to probably, to get a nice, sleek finish on it, probably have to wet sand it down and respray it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a coat of varnish on it, so I can tape it over, so I can do the other colors
Yeah.
without tearing the paint back off again. We'll get there.
And I
Now,
think sometimes it has to do with the temperature as well when it does that.
here we go.
It's
Oh, complete.
3C at the moment. So,
What is that?
3 degrees, it's about 32. 32 is freezing. That would make it about 10. It'd make it about 40. It's not very hot. It's pretty cold.
Did you just spray it, or you sprayed it
No.
earlier in the day?
This afternoon, and it was like getting about 7 degrees then. So.
Oh yeah, that's why it was cold. Did you spray it outside?
No, the kitchen. My house is cold because I can't afford put the heating on because of the way they rigged up an air conditioning system in this place.
Oh shit!
Now Jeff wouldn't be cold because he's in Hawaii. In the meantime, today's word, Ireland. He drank out of the bottle till he saw the island. The island is the rising bottom of a wine bottle, which appears like an island in the center before the bottle is quite empty.
Oh, yes.
So if he's seen the island, he's drunk to the bottom of the bottle.
I've done that a few times in my past.
Oh, who can't honestly say?
Yep.
So how is Hawaii treating you, Jeff?
The volcano's gone off again in Hawaii.
They've got some quite active ones, haven't they?
Huh.
And up at Iceland as well, there's a few.
Yeah, Italy as well.
There's 2 more they found undersea ones between Italy and Sardinia, and another one off Greece. So it's bubbling up. And Yellowstone as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they say Yellowstone can erupt about any time, right?
Yeah, there's the US itself has is it St. Helens that's in Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Does the US have any other active volcanoes?
I'm sure, but I don't know what they are right now.
Be curious to find out. I have a chunk of solidified. Well, once it comes out, it becomes what's called magma. But I've got a chunk of magma that my Auntie Doris collected. And it's actually, once I've done a bit more painting, I'll get it and I'll show you. It's in this room. And it's kind of cool because it's got another mineral inside it because of what's happened to it. So, yeah. I've actually got quite a cool little rock collection.
Yeah, show to us sometime.
Yeah, I will because it's an inherited thing. Now, some of it are fossil, some of it is mine. Because my Auntie Doris took myself and my mum and a friend of mine fossil hunting. When I was about 13, 14. And because around here, because the thing is, Australia used to have a pretty big inland sea at one stage,
Yes.
and where they've just carved through hills to get roads or to allow roads to go through. All you got to do from there is pretty much just walk up to the carve through is, and you can pick fossils straight out. And so I've got some fossils from that, but also some rocks that my mum has. Now, Marty Doris would have given them to her as to whether that was a in the will thing or whether just sort of like, oh, well, I've got these extra ones because my Auntie Doris she was funny, was Auntie Doris. But yeah, she had a hugely generous nature, and may have just given her some. So yeah, now once this lot of paint that I've mixed dries up, we'll get to a point where I'm going to have to refresh it. Then I'll get that piece of magma for you, because it's like take me about 2 seconds even. I would be back in time that I'd beat Usain Bolt doing 100 meters.
Nugget.
Uh,
What's wrong with you?
he's being a nugget.
There he is. They barking at the cat. It's kind of funny at night. He sits here with us and he looks out the living room window and the reflection from the TV, it looks like someone's coming up on the porch.
There's a great Family Guy moment, as you're watching some right now, where Stewie pays Brian out for farting himself awake. We've all seen dogs do it.
Yes.
And shows Brian doing just that. Initially gets when he wakes up, he starts barking, and then it's what's going on? What's going on? Well, something's going on, and I don't like it.
I think I've seen that one.
Whatever it is, stop it. Yeah, that pretty much covers it.
It's hilarious to watch our Nugget. He'll fart sometimes. He'll fucking about tear the damn floor down trying to get away from it. Scares the piss out of him.
We used to have a dog who he was the master of SBD, silent but deadly. Except for every now and again, you would let one slip. And the look of embarrassment on his face was always worth money. That alone was worth the price of admission. Mind you, even regardless, even if you looked embarrassed, the aroma was still pretty bloody ripe.
Yep. Yeah, I poured my water out.
Okay. Right.
All right, I'll put carpet in this. Then take that little hand bowl, put a little bit of water in it, then on the sink over there. Finish putting these decals on.
2 sugars, please.
Sugar bees. What?
2 sugars, please.
2 sugars, please. No cream. That's a lot of water. You pour a little bit of that out.
Yeah.
I want to put a decal on, not float the Titanic. What? I mean, odor.
All righty. Now, there we go.
Oh man, the looks I'm getting right now.
Yeah. Here's the outer wheel rims coming along.
Oh, nice.
Now the inner part, those spokes have got to be chromed.
Oh, yes.
And then the actual inner area, actually I'll give you a bit more detail again. This inner area here is going to be, there's another thing that needs to go on there, but that's going to be black. So yeah, and then there's the chromed Merc thing that goes on there. It's very pretty.
It'll look pretty nice. It's gonna be purry. Purry.
Sure got a pretty little mouth now, ain't he? I saw part of an interview with Burt Reynolds. He was saying how when they were first sort of like, I can't remember who the director was, but they were trying to work out where they were going to get their hillbilly actors from. And Burt Reynolds said, I know a guy. And he did. The guy he knew one of the actors who played one of the hillbillies. He's just this dude he knew. As to where he knew him from, he didn't elucidate, but he said, just be aware he can't read or write. And goes, so, well, that's not a problem. We can work around that. And yeah, when Burt Reynolds has contacted the guy and said, look, you know, I think you can maybe do this movie for us. And he's been given the same sort of, but always, the guy said, well, look, you know, I can't read or write. That's not a problem. We can work around that. And basically for the reading that they do to sort of like see how he'll go, he's been given this piece of paper and said, well, I can't read that. What do you want me to say? And they said, well, here's the situation. How's about you just make up what you want to say? And apparently he's gone, okay. And he's just basically come up with this whole line of disturbance. I said, yeah, you got the part. And pretty much all his lines, I think he's the toothless dude. To do without the teeth. All his lines were pretty much improvised.
Huh.
I believe the other dude was an actual, was able to read his lines, and they had him saying specific things. But the other guy sort of more.
What movie did you say Burt Reynolds played in where he didn't have a mustache? Because I really want to look that up and see it.
Deliverance.
Deliverance, okay.
Yes, no more. And that's the movie with Squeal Like a Pig, boy. And of course, the all-time classic, sure got a pretty little mouth now, ain't he?
There was actually a South Park episode on a couple of days ago, and it had George Lucas. He had a plaid green shirt and a ball cap, and he had, I don't know if it was a member of Congress or who it was, had him in the woods and had him bent over, and he was But fucking him saying squeal like a pig. Squeal, squeal.
Jesus.
He was going ring, ring while he was
Yeah, well, that's
pounding.
from Deliverance. Tell you what else is from Deliverance that you may be surprised or may not know. Now, you know the thing dueling banjos?
Dueling banjo.
Diddly dee 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 dee.
Okay, all right.
You'd
There's,
know it if you heard it.
Was
It's
that
pretty
Butch
famous.
Cassidy? Bonnie and Clyde. No,
Yeah,
not that
Oh,
one.
really?
but it's in Deliverance.
Huh.
And because this guy, he plays, there's obviously a hillbilly who's unsurprisingly playing the banjo. And he and this other guy who's from the city have a play against each other. And one of the things that sort of like stands out in that scene is that where the guy from the city thinks he's just having a bit of a jam with the guy,
Not at the moment.
the hillbilly clearly feels it's more that he's being taken on. It's like oh, so you think so, do you? It's more of an attitude. It's not a camaraderie thing. So yeah, but that's where I first heard dueling banjos.
So is your proposal a couple of days a week or is your proposal to go instead?
Yeah, I'm about to watch that. Okay.
Here's an amusing banjo story for you. The guy who runs the school where I take my bass lessons told me that apparently his first two the first two people who signed up for banjo lessons were cross-eyed. Yeah, I know, right? How much stereotype do you want?
When you talk to somebody that's cross-eyed, which eye do you look at? Because you can't look them straight on.
Well, these are the conundrums, mate. These are the trials and tribulations.
Right.
But yeah, I did point out to the teacher in question as well that as far as teaching the banjo went, he had far too many teeth. I mean, he had the full set. What's going on with that? You can't tell me that a banjo player with a full set of teeth has credibility.
Can't be a hillbilly with a full set of teeth.
Damn right.
Yeah. Burt Reynolds played in the Longest Yard too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And because I believe it was remade, I think he was actually in both of them. In one instance, he played one character, and in the other, he played a different one.
Who was
I
the character?
seem to
I might
recall.
have my movies mixed up, but weren't there a football player that played to be cross-eyed in there?
That I don't know. Because to be honest, I haven't seen it, but I do know Burt Reynolds is in it. That much I do know.
Hear me out.
They're in a prison, right? Probably played in prison.
Yes.
Okay.
Open and send it over there. Who would
Was that something, Luke?
Do you know where the term "the whole 9 yards" actually comes from? Because it's not from football.
Oh man, I did, but shit, I can't remember what it was.
It's from the length of a
Yep.
machine gun rounds for
Yep.
a B-17.
Yep. Yep.
The full length was 9 yards.
Yep.
Hence division, the full 9 yards.
Yeah, I was gonna tip my tongue. I just couldn't think of it. That phrase has a lot of meanings. You can tell her, I'm gonna give you the full 9 yards.
And depending on how much packing, the whole 9 inches.
9 centimeters. 9. Lord mercy.
Actually, on the topic of such matters, and this goes a bit back to our discussion yesterday with regards to Penthouse Forum. So I think another thing one of my mates noticed was the remarkable fact that every letter seemed to start off with, "I've never considered myself well hung," and only later in the letter does it transpose, "as I drove 9 inches home." Now let us cut to the chase here, gentlemen. 9 inches, never considered well hung. Really?
Hey. Well, you know.
Not considered yourself well hung next to what?
Exactly.
Is she planning on? Is she one of the ones that's waiting?
All right, that's them done. This is good.
Lord have mercy.
Now, a quick question for myself to consider. Do I want?
That's why the one time I was in a mini journal at Walmart, and something I was in the stall shit. I went, oh, it's cold.
Are you in any kind of group chat with Capital Wakefield, their employees?
Oh, there's a long problem.
Somebody who is in that group chat that could add you as an
Bro.
admin for you to be
Yep, sorry. I was just trying to make some decisions here.
Okay. So let's do this first.
I say do it.
Get with somebody. Go ahead and get with me.
Okay, hey John, how you doing? I'll tell you what I'm
Hello,
trying to
John.
decide on, guys. I'll show you.
Okay, cool. So
It's a conundrum I have here.
Conundrum.
A conundrum.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
to their group.
The conundrum is as follows.
Just let them know.
Let me just finish cleaning my brush.
Got any questions?
I will show you.
No. Let them know. Perfect.
And I'm probably being overthinking this in a pretty major way. Why? Because it's what I do. Dear me, got a fair bit of paint in this brush. Jesus.
What's happening, Mom?
There we go. All right. Now, the question I'm trying to answer here, good people, is, now you can see where I've gone around the rim there. Yeah, sounding very saucy already. Now you'll notice there's a smaller rim inside there. Now the question I'm trying to weigh up here is, do I want to do that little inner rim the same color and then just do the spokes chrome, or should I do that inner rim chrome and the spokes as well?
Well, actually, since it's spoke rims, the rims should be one solid color where the spokes are, you know.
Okay, so that should be chromed as well, you reckon?
No, the actual round rim on the inside should be the same color as the outside of the rim.
Right.
Only the spoke should be chrome in the center part.
All righty. Let's do that then. Here we
Oh,
go.
those rims are per se made like a bicycle rim, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's get in here then.
I thought that would look better to have the rim one color, didn't have the chrome spokes. Unless you do the whole rim chrome, then like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Be there back on. And it might be that we need to put you over there for a couple of days next week. So that I know that Letitia was looking for.
fun fact. Did you know, talking about bicycles, that in the late 1800s, like 1890, 1899, like a 10-speed bike would go anywhere from $8 to $25.
Which is quite a very small amount of cash at the time.
Yeah. And then in the early 1900s, it kind of fluctuated a little bit. Then up in the 1970s, they range anywhere from $23 to $60. Do you know today a 10-speed bike, just an average 10-speed bike, are running anywhere from $500 to $1,000?
That doesn't surprise me at all. And I do know that a top of the range bike, we're talking full titanium style, with all the bells and whistles. I've heard prices of up to 30.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just an average 10-speed bike, man. It's not be that kind of money.
But yeah, the ones I'm talking about are like multi-gear, more than 10 speed. Like I said, titanium framed.
Oh, yeah.
With a label on, of course, that goes without saying. And what they've mostly got is an immense amount of masturbation attached, I would suggest, with a price tag like that.
You know what they say about, same thing, men with big jacked up trucks.
Oh, yeah, man. And there comes a point like of that with just about anything, really. Once you get to a certain point, look, quality you'll pay for, yes, we all know that. But sometimes that people buy more expensive stuff just because it makes them look better.
Mm.
And you think, at that point you don't need that. You're just being a pretentious dickhead. Simple equation.
Yeah, that is all about my dick is bigger.
And you know what? It just goes to show it isn't.
Yep. Well, that's what Bass Boy said the other day. We pulled up beside one at the food line. He said, "There's no sense in somebody having a damn truck that big." He said, "You know what he's compensating for, don't you?" I said, "Well."
I was at the shops the other day, and this dude, my God, he must have, look, he must be one of the few people on the planet as a male who has penis envy. Because it was the big, this guy had parked all the way back into this car park, and it still had half the cabin out into the actual drive area of the car park that it was, if you know what I mean.
Damn.
And it's just like, you sir are a dickhead. You clearly have no penis and need to get over a few things.
What pisses me off when they thought they have to take up 2 parking lanes.
Oh, look, this one. Here we go. Here's a blast from the past Simpsons reference for you. Do you know what the Canyon Arrow is?
Canyon Arrow?
Canyon Arrow.
I do not.
Okay, there's an episode of The Simpsons where After discovering just how big a shill he actually is, Krusty changes his act and becomes this rather dry, observational humor sort of guy until somebody rocks a shitload of money up to his place to get him to promote certainly the Canyonero, but a few other things as well. And of course, his first port of call is, and I'm getting paid how much for this? Anyway, but the Canyonero is this monstrous truck. The song Canyonero was actually sung by Johnny Cash.
Huh.
Yeah, and basically the dimensions pretty much cover exactly what we're talking about, and indeed a lot of the general subject matter on this very topic. Give me a moment. 4 lanes long and 2 lanes wide. She's 65 tons of American pride. Canyonero. Canyonero. She blinds everybody with a super high beam. She's a deer smacking, squirrel squashing, driving machine. Canyonero. Canyonero. She's top of the line of utility sports. Unexplained fires are a matter for the courts. Canyonero. Canyonero. Yeah.
Oh, he's serenading us. Man, I tell you what, you take that bass and go out there and sit out front of your apartment complex and put you a bucket and sing and play the bass. You might make some extra money, man. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I think if I could play and sing a little bit, I might do that.
That's what a Canyonero is. And the relevant line is, of course, the 4 lanes long and 2 lanes wide.
You got the voice for it.
Thank you.
What do you think, David?
Just been concentrating, sorry.
Yeah, I am. This is some very delicate work in getting it all into here. It's the sort of work that a Canyonero won't help you with.
So, Rob, you've not watched House of the Dragon, have you?
No.
You need to watch.
I'd need to get Stan or Netflix going on.
Yeah. The first 6, 7 episodes of the first season was kind of, it was good, but it wasn't Game of Thrones good.
Yeah, I'm with you.
About the 6th, 7th one it's really, we're vested now, man. There's only 2 seasons.
Oh yeah.
But man, it is good.
Less seasons is usually better. I think, as an example, one of the things that happened to MASH, the TV series, was the fact that it ran 3 times longer than the actual war that it was based on.
MASH 477.
That's the one. But I think there was a bit of a problem for the script writers, if you follow me. There's a limit to how many storylines you can get to over a certain period of time without going into this one's sort of rehashing stuff.
Right.
You sort of get that to a degree with The Simpsons. Family Guy probably now after so many seasons, I'd say I do even recall there being a Simpsons moment where something's about to happen and they say, oh, one of the characters, oh, we've never done that before. I said, unless you count da 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 da, and of course da da da. And Lisa cites a couple of other instances, as she would because, well, she's Lisa. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, that will look better done that way. It's going to be a fair bit more fiddly, of course, but worth it.
You're blurry.
Am I blurry? I am blurry. I'll show you one that I've gotten a good solid start on. That would be, yeah, that one.
There you go.
Right.
Yep.
So you can
Yeah, I
see
think
that.
once you get the chrome in the center on the spoke,
Yeah.
it'll look good. Yep.
So yeah, it's coming along.
Grand.
Just there. Unsurprisingly, I am getting some of this on the spokes, but that's okay. The chrome will take care of that business. I hope.
Sweetly.
No.
All right.
I'm actually making very good progress overall because if I get this color done, then that's some product.
You already painted the body black, haven't you?
Pardon?
You've already painted the body black, haven't you?
Yeah, but that's just a spray can. I might give it another coat, but that the great part, of course, about it being a spray can is it goes takes about 30 seconds, or actually no, it takes as long as it takes to shake the tin up.
Well, I've not done any research on it. I don't know if maybe you guys knew or someone in the chat knew how to unstop the nozzles on rattle cans.
Unstop them.
Yeah. Like Rust-Oleum, the Krylon cans.
Yeah, right.
I'm having to share 4 spray nozzles out of like 25 cans.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's inconvenient.
Any suggestions on how to clean them?
Well, actually, wait, they're plastic.
Yeah. And I put them in paint thinner, let them sit overnight, and that didn't work.
So have you tried putting them in the brake thinner?
Well, son of a bitch. No, I hadn't. Maybe I should. Damn. Look at there.
Because yeah, well,
That was a
logic,
dumb one.
if one, yeah, it'll remove one thing, it'll remove it from another. You have to plan ahead.
That's why I said that was a dumb moment for me. Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking ahead right now.
I reckon I'm going to need to wait till, won't be till tomorrow that I finish this color,
Drop it.
but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because it is actually a pretty big color, of course, in as far as the amount of area it covers and stuff. I had an appointment yesterday to get a download done on my CPAP machine, and as luck would have it, my machine was actually meant to be recalled.
Oh shit!
Oh no, it wasn't a bad thing. It was all good in terms of when the download happened. Yeah, my breathing was still okay, and yada yada yada. But what they said is, well, would you be interested in
Yeah, what about the implant thing?
on a payment plan and purchasing it outright? And I did the maths, and I'm actually paying less a month than I am for renting one. And I got quite the best night's sleep I've had in ages.
Well, that was good.
Yeah. There was $100 setup fee, but in a matter of months, I will get that money back because I'm saving money. So yeah, pretty happy about that.
I would be too. Sleeping is like reading; it's fundamental.
You don't really get options on it.
I know there for years it was all I could do to sleep 2, 3 hours a night.
Ooh, that's not
I'm
good.
sleeping 5.5 to some nights 8 hours, and it's grand.
Oh yeah. When I gave up throwing papers, I remember at one stage talking to a guy I'd worked with who had also given up throwing papers, and the first words out of his mouth, "How good sleep." It's like, yeah, totally.
I'll tell you what. When I was running those paper routes, well, the one at night, the News and Observer, I thoroughly enjoyed that. We'd pick up our paper between 1:30 and 2 a.m. in the morning, and normally I was done by 6 a.m. About 3 or 4 hours route, and
As a job, it's pretty cruisy.
pretty decent paycheck with it.
Look, if you're doing it full time, the money's not that bad. It's got to be said. And what's more, once you're out of the shed, you can do it as quickly or as slowly as you want.
Yep.
Me, I was very much a let's get this job done sort of guy, but other people like to dawdle, and that was their prerogative.
They trained us by giving us a tape. We rode with the district manager for 2 nights, and they would make a tape of the route, and you use a cassette deck because you could pause it, and that's how you would learn your route by listening to that tape. And it's very precise. Mailbox coming up next to a light pole with yellow decals on it. Yeah, they're really precise instructions. And after about 2 weeks of that, you would know it like the back of your hand, Then you could take and enjoy your route and take your time and do it,
Yeah, the way I was taught was that I went out with the guy to have a look. Because that's the first time I'd never actually even done it at all. And then I went out and did it, and then I was just let loose. That easy. Now, what's the time? I'll do a bit more. Yes, I will.
We had a hanger made where we could hang our plastic bags on our rearview mirror, and you learn to drive with your knee.
Ah,
How many miles I've driven using my left knee?
I'll tell you something. I don't know if okay over here when I first started, the papers were of course rolled up.
Oh shit! Wait, we had to roll ours up and put them in bags.
Oh no! Once the thing was that but that was how they were delivered. Like we had a guy who would roll them up for us.
What the hell? I was getting
He
ripped
was
off.
paid to do that. That was his job. That was during the weekends. During the week, it was another way around it. But anyway, bottom line, and then they came up with the idea, and they being the people in head office, that perhaps it'd be a good idea if they were delivered in flat packs, which is to say the paper would be thrown flat, like so. Imagine how you got basically it laid out as a news agency, flat, that in a plastic bag, and that's how you had to throw it.
Flat in a plastic bag.
Yeah, and you had to learn how to throw them
Like a
effectively.
frisbee, right?
Yeah, that was how you had to throw them. Was like a frisbee, and the trick event once you got the hang of it, the big trick, and a bit rowdy in cold weather, I'll grant you, was
Oh yeah,
to
any weather sucked ass.
yeah. But here's the trick that we used to do, or at least some of us, because I was one. You'd have both windows open because you'd manage to flick it through the left-hand window to somebody's front yard.
So we actually
Very-
made a device for the left side mailboxes. And what we did, we took a mop handle, cut it about 3 feet long, 2.5, 3 feet long. Took a 2-liter Pepsi Coca-Cola bottle, cut the bottom out, and the end of the nozzle that the cap screwed onto was the same size as the mop handle, so we could slide it onto it, and you kind of had like a little. You load it into the paper into the end of the tube, and you do like that, shoot in the person's mailbox.
I know we were just throwing them.
Yeah, now these people that if you didn't put them in their boxes, man, they bitch and complain.
And we had
On the ground, in the yard.
oh look, we'd get that, but like with the flat packs, the trick was there was 2 tricks you could do with it. One was to, like I said, or a couple of tricks that came with it. One is to throw it through the left-hand window, like a frisbee, and
I have self
the other was what I used to refer to as the slide. Where basically you would use the angle of a driveway to let it slide all the way to the front door.
I love throwing them.
There was quite an art to it after a while.
There was, especially when you could roll down your driver window and throw it over the roof of the car and land it pretty much where you wanted it to go.
Oh yeah,
That's a skill.
there was a series of throws I used to do at one point in my run, and I used to refer to it as the Holy Trinity. And the reason it was the Holy Trinity was because it required that I pull off these 3 pretty tricky of throws And if I nailed them all, that was the Holy Trinity.
Hmm.
And the first one was on the right, throwing over the rose bushes into the entry door alcove. Now, if I nailed that one, the next port of call after that was round the corner, slide the paper under the gate through to the door alcove.
Yeah.
Nailing that, the crowd goes wild, holding its breath and in anticipation of the final throw. And that one, you had to pull into the left, and they had like bars between the yard and like this barred gate sort of a deal. That sort of like was on their porch before you got to the front gate. And the trick there was if you could throw it vertically, seeing if you could get it between the bars.
Huh.
Yeah. And if I could do that, I was pretty impressed with myself, and the crowd would go wild.
You know, I try to have respect for people because the ones that you threw their papers with a tube, you know, I'd always make sure I got on their porch or under their shelter, carport, or whatever. But I had this one man one night, about 3 o'clock in the morning. He pulled out of the driveway after I throw his paper and follows me for a little ways. I stop at a mailbox. He gets out, walks up to my window, and that's how you get killed. You know, that time of the morning.
Yeah.
But I saw him pull out of his yard, and I figured out something was up because he had called and complained several times. And I have called and left a message telling him if he moved the damn using his rubber tube, I would be more glad to put it in his tube for him. But where it was required me to get out of my car to put it in his car. And it was at the beginning of my route, and I had a shitload of papers, and I couldn't just stop and get in my car.
No.
So I bagged it and threw it. And when he saw me that morning, he pulled up, you know, walked up to the window. He saw the papers. He said, before he started being a smart ass, and I said, "Did you look at the papers I had in front seat of my car?" He said, "Son, I'm sorry." He said, "I'm okay with you doing it." He said, "I'll move my box."
I actually had a very cool experience with one guy. He'd come out. He knew I was about to. The papers were late. He'd come out, and sometimes he'd be up. I'd just pass him the paper to his hand, and on one occasion, because he was a builder, he wasn't sure whether to call his workers and call the day off, or whether or not to have them come in, because there was possibilities of rain, maybe not, sort of a deal. And he said, "Well, I'll show you something, mate." I showed him the weather app that was you could get, and I showed him the radar. And we looked pretty clear. I said, "I reckon you're pretty safe, mate." He was most grateful for that. And as time passed, he invited me in for a coffee.
Oh shit!
With a shot of whiskey in it. Gave me some homemade cacciatore, a bottle of wine.
Damn.
Yeah, I had a good relationship with him. He was a nice guy. And all for just merely lobbing the paper where he could find it, passing it to his hand, and occasionally helping him with a bit of information. That easy. Alrighty, I'm going to wind the stream up there.
Well, all right.
I've got these two. I'll have all the wheels finished tomorrow. We'll have this colour done tomorrow. But the wheels on these two wheels, at least, these are the outer ones. I've got to do the chrome. But as far as the red goes, I've done both sides, so we've got no inconsistencies there.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Alrighty, now I'll give you good people some solo time. Once I've taken my goggles off. Deary me. Deary me.
What's happening, Governor?
That's the A. Cool. Now, David, what you been doing?
Putting the
Yes.
masking that up, so it end up looking like that.
No.
Dirty.
I just got paint on the top there, size. Because Dad painted beforehand, and then take it to do the size, and the paint came off. So it needs the sort of gloss on there for I can do it again. So
yeah. After it cures for a certain amount of time, then overnight, 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours, you can you won't pull it off.
Hopefully that'll be okay.
Alrighty. Jolly good.
Yeah.
All right, Bassman.
Bassman. I finally got the decals on Starsky and Hutch's.
That is pretty, right? That is very pretty.
Yeah, I was stressing pretty big over it. I got one little small place right there. And
there's nothing to say they didn't.
No, that's pretty much it. I mean,
that's still very pretty, mate.
Yeah, me buying this really made it.
Yeah. Decklesoft is good stuff, mate.
It is. And I got the wood grain on the dash.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
I got to detail it out. All the
yeah.
panels and stuff. And I got the grill darkened.
Nice.
And got the top of the valve covers. I don't know if it shows up on there. I got it darkened as well because it's got little ridges on it.
Nice one.
And on the GTO, I got the grill blackened. And you can actually see the chrome GTO, but it don't show up on camera.
Yeah, I can. That's cool.
And let's see what else was there. I got the back of the bumper done. You can see the Pontiac on it. And I've got the spark plug wires.
Wow, you've been productive.
Yeah, I just got to relax them so, let gravity do its work because they're all stuck up right now and I got to lay them down.
Yeah.
But, been busy.
Cool. All righty. Well, that is us done for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. We appreciate it. First-time viewers out there, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. Yes, Bassman is giving you the hint.
There it is.
Other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch, and follow, like, or subscribe. Tomorrow, I have swimming in the morning at 10, so I'm thinking we'll start at the same sort of a time. Because that way it gives me a bit more of an option to get a good amount of modeling done before going off and doing a swimming thing. So these are the things. So at the end of the day, I'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. I'll catch you good people then. See you
later.